Well, that was going to be an ableist term. It's going to say, stand behind our film the way it is. You're speaking my language here.
Welcome to Disability Clinic, where we want to reframe for people what it means to live with a disability.
Rise up, the time's coming.
Hi, my name is Patrice. I am a totally cool person with a disability who could do most anything.
I just looked at her and I said, would you like to be my wife?
If you get married and you're collecting a Social Security benefit, your benefit will be cut.
We have to have it. We'd never be able to pay for the bills. Here's something else, you know that?
Yeah.
Are there any projects right now that you're excited about? Anything you've been like listening to or seeing?
Well, I'm an executive producer on a wonderful documentary that just was released on Hulu. It's called Patrice the Movie. We had our world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival in mid-September, and then went on for our US premiere at the Camden International Film Festival, where we had an incredible audience and won the Audience Award.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and Patrice really is, we're calling it a rom-com. Patrice is in a wonderful relationship with Gary, and they both have disabilities. They both collect SSI. To get their health care, to get their support, under the current laws, they can only have individually $2,000 worth of assets.
Which is a very outdated number from like the 1970s. And if it reflected true inflation to today, it would be closer to $10,000.
Exactly. You're speaking my language here. So, but what happens, we call this the marriage penalty. If Gary and Patrice move in together even, or get married, their combined assets, the limit is $3,000. And look, it isn't just like this draconian limit on assets that keeps people in poverty and not able to do what they would like to do in life, have some security. But as we learned with the marriage equality movement, what if Gary goes into the hospital? Does Patrice have any say over his healthcare decisions?
Perhaps if she did hours of paperwork and got the red tape and inaccessible policies and stuff, maybe.
Yeah, but being a Black woman with a disability, would she even have a harder battle to assert her rights as her Gary being partners for how long it's been? Anyway, this film, Patrice the Movie, is wonderful. It's funny. It has such meaning in it. There are just beyond Patrice and Gary, there's their friend Elizabeth, who's fantastic, and it's really friendship and community. But Elizabeth gives us this really unique and open and beautiful view of how she manages and deals with her autism. I really love this film, and I'm really grateful to have my name associated with it. So I just want people to go and watch this film. You know, as we learned with Crip Camp, there was a lot of joy in the story. There were serious things. There were tears. But the reality that we see in this film, beautiful work of Ted Passon, the director, is just, it's really creative. We look back on her life and the way, instead of like, well, here's a photograph of Patrice in grade school and, you know, her mother said blah, blah, blah. They are showing us moments in her life staged as vignettes in a grade school play. And it's all Patrice's drawings that make up the set, and all the people outside of Patrice are kids, and it works like a house on fire.
I'm so excited to check it out.
Oh my gosh, just, you know, settle down and, you know, get some popcorn and watch this film.
Love it. Yes, next movie night. It's a date. I will link Patrice the Movie down below in case people have a Hulu subscription so they can check it out. But definitely excited to add that to the list.
That's great.
I still have so many questions that I want to ask you, so I have a feeling we might have another conversation in the future. That would be lovely.
Look, can I tell you, if I could make a living hanging out and talking to people and
You're good at it.
And if I could be entertaining and, people can gain something out of that, give me that job. I'm,
You're hired. I mean, some of my questions were like, what advice would you give healthcare providers? And I didn't even have to ask you. It just kind of naturally came out of our conversation. So I think we have a lot of good stuff here that people need to see. I think in future conversations, I would love to ask you more about just you and more of your passions and experiences, and kind of like, you've been interviewed so many times. Like, I want to know, like, are there questions you wish people asked you more? That's something I wonder.
I've gotten so many. You're right. With our film, I've been interviewed a lot, and the one question that really made me laugh was they asked me if I thought that I wasn't in the film enough, if I wasn't in Crip Camp enough, and that was just kind of out of left field. I really just I have to say, that was going to be an ableist term. It's going to say, stand behind our film the way it is. I do. It's so many different people that we meet in Crip Camp and the stories and the time and all of that. I just feel like we really captured something that is being used as a tool literally all over the world to educate people.
Absolutely. And it's clearly not just one person's story. It's the conglomerate, like you're saying. It's the community. It's the movement that it became. It's the collaboration across lots of different groups. That is so funny that they were like, don't you wish you were more the center of the film? It's like, well, kind of missed the point there.
But Judy Heumann in her memoir, I believe right at the beginning, it said really the movement wasn't an I movement, it was a we movement.
Absolutely.
And I learned a lot from Judy. And I think, one of the great things about this film was that Nicole and I got to work with Judy pretty closely. We interviewed her on a number of occasions, and I was able to have talks with her, outside of the interviews in the film. We just became much closer later in life to talk. And she really was my elder that I could talk to and learn from. And she seemed like she always had time for everybody. So I feel like I want to attempt to be that way with people, as many people as I can, when I feel like I can be helpful, because I understand how life-changing sometimes conversations can be. I'm not saying that I'm like this, gift from, I ain't no gift from heaven. I assure you, but sometimes simply when we take the time to slow down and talk to somebody and listen to them, kind of like what we want to have happen when we see our doctor, you can spark someone to think or believe in themselves, or give them an example in your life that they can think about that will be beneficial for them. That is generosity. And I came to learn or believe in generosity as being this incredible, this wonderful force. And I know people talk about karma and stuff. I when I think of karma, I kind of think that, well, you're expecting something in return. If you're a good person, I'm going to have good things for me. And I look at generosity differently. I believe also it's kind of an intangible magic force, but that
it's its own reward too.
I just think about it. Think about what it's capable of doing. If you have the ability to be generous with someone, and that is giving someone else something, what does that allow them to do? What does that allow them to think about? And is there an aspect of it that's not saying it out loud, but winds up nonetheless paying it forward? Again, it's just generosity doesn't have to be money. Generosity can simply be stopping someone on the street, or if they make contact, just simply acknowledging their presence.
And I think it's so powerful that, Judy Heumann is considered, the queen, the mother of disability advocacy. She's given so much to the movement and to the community. And I'm so touched by, the relationship, the friendship that you had with her, that you got to work with her. I have her on a t-shirt right behind me, like Judy, rest in power. It's very obvious that her generosity, what she's given to the movement, that's what lives on. That's what her legacy is. She continues to inspire so much in the people who are continuing her work. So,
And look, it's really international. I mean, she really, I believe she was one of the founders of the World Institute on Disability. But especially if you see near the end of Crip Camp, it's a bunch of photographs of Judy all over the world.
yeah,
And that woman could not pass a kid on the street without stopping and saying hi.
amazing.
And, and that's I'm co-directing a documentary right now on the Americans with Disabilities Act for PBS's American Experience. And there's so many parts to this story, but part of the story is also the legacy of the ADA and how that really became a model for so many other countries throughout the world and really opened up ways for people to think about people with disabilities in their own countries.
Amazing. I can't wait to check that out. There's so much more to learn.
Next year. That'll be next year.
Okay,
So
2025.
we're working on it feverishly right now.
Well, happy to be a part of the press tour if you'll allow it.
You and I are stuck with each other now, as far as I'm concerned, because I have a
No
podcast
complaints.
I want to do, and I would love to interview you for my podcast. So we'll have a little exchange.
I'll be honored. I'll be honored. I usually like to ask if you have any questions for me, but I also don't want to take up more time in our footage than we need to. I feel like we've had an amazing conversation to start and introduce you to the channel. Do you have any sort of concluding thoughts, like things that you just want to kind of drive home for your introduction?
That's not as easy as a question as it might appear. One might feel embarrassed about having to pause so long to answer it, but I'm not. I think that in the long run, what everybody wants in life is the opportunity to live a life of their own choosing. And I think that's a terribly important goal. And that when we start judging people or feeling like you have to achieve notable things to have a life of value, that's completely off the mark. I've really enjoyed this, and it really gave me an opportunity to really kind of think about things and kind of pick it apart and bounce it off of you. And so I found this so meaningful. So if you find value in having another conversation with me, thank you.
Thank you. I feel the same way. I really appreciate your thoughtful responses and just hearing your insights and your experiences. I can't wait for our next conversation.
You're really fabulous, Stephanie.
Oh,
Really are.
You are. You are. Thank you so much for tuning into this conversation. If you want to hear more conversations like this, hit that like button and subscribe to Disability Clinic for more accessible and entertaining education. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and learning. See you next time.
I